If there's one voice that can set a carnival crowd on fire, it's Bunji Garlin's. The name alone, powerful, unforgettable, evokes images of massive Trinidadian stages, seas of waving flags, and people losing themselves in rhythm. But who is Bunji Garlin really? Beyond the monster hits, beyond the roaring crowds and blaring horns, lies a story of resilience, creativity, and cultural pride that makes Bunji not just a soca artist, but a symbol. Born Ian Antonio Alvarez on July 14, 1978 in Sangre Grande, Trinidad, Bunji Garlin wasn't raised in glitz and glamour. His was a childhood steeped in the rich, raw reality of Trinidad's vibrant culture. His father, a music enthusiast and steel pan player, kept the house filled with sound. From an early age, Bunji absorbed calypso, reggae, dancehall, and the unmistakable beat of soca. These were more than genres. They were lifelines to his heritage. And what about that name? Bunji came from a nickname meaning tight like a bungee cord, given by friends impressed by his ability to hold his own in lyrical battles. Garlin came later, a twist on Garland, symbolizing strength and honor. Together, Bunji Garlin was born, a name that would soon echo across the Caribbean and beyond. In the late 1990s, Bunji burst onto the scene like a lightning bolt. His style was different. Where others focused on traditional party vibes, Bunji infused his music with sharp lyricism, conscious messages, and the swagger of a dancehall artist. His voice, gritty, urgent, unmistakably his, cut through the noise. He wasn't just here to make people dance, though he could make a whole island move. He was here to say something. One of Bunji's earliest hits, Send Dem Rhythm Crazy, became an anthem for Trinidad's youth, a defiant call to shake the status quo. And then came Fireman, the track that cemented his reputation. Every time Bunji took the stage, he wasn't just performing, he was transforming. He became the fireman, igniting the crowd, setting every venue ablaze with energy that felt almost supernatural. His rapid-fire delivery, his ability to freestyle for minutes on end, his mastery of the mic, all this turned him into a phenomenon. But Bunji's rise wasn't without resistance. Traditionalists weren't sure what to make of this young upstart blending dancehall grit with soca sweetness. Some criticized his heavy use of dancehall stylings, accusing him of diluting soca's essence. But Bunji didn't flinch. He argued that soca was an evolving art form and that fusion only made it stronger. And in time, the critics fell silent because the people had spoken. They wanted Bunji Garlin, and they wanted more. Through the 2000s, Bunji kept raising the bar. Hits like Blaze the Fire, Warrior Cry, and Ready for the Road didn't just dominate Trinidad's carnival, they became global soca anthems. His lyrics, often touching on themes of perseverance, struggle, and triumph, resonated deeply. He wasn't just singing for a party, he was singing for every underdog, every fighter, every soul who'd ever been told they weren't enough. And speaking of Ready for the Road, that track didn't just conquer the Caribbean, it smashed into international consciousness. When it won Best International Performance at the 2014 Soul Train Awards, it marked a historic moment for soca. Suddenly, soca wasn't just the heartbeat of carnival, it was the sound of global celebration. And Bunji Garlin? He was the face of that breakthrough. Of course, no story of Bunji Garlin is complete without mentioning his partner in life and music, Faye Ann Lyons. The daughter of soca royalty, Super Blue and Lady Gypsy, Faye Ann is a powerhouse in her own right. Together, she and Bunji have become one of music's most formidable couples. Their collaborations, on stage and off, are electric. They balance each other perfectly. Her precision and polish complement his wild energy and improvisation. They're proof that love and music can intertwine to create something truly unstoppable. But what's especially striking about Bunji is his humility. Despite his fame, he's remained deeply grounded. Interviews reveal a man who's thoughtful, introspective, and fiercely loyal to his roots. He often speaks about using his platform to uplift his country and inspire the next generation. He champions education, cultural preservation, and artistic integrity. For Bunji, success isn't just about hits and awards, it's about legacy. And speaking of legacy, let's talk about Bunji's impact on soca's evolution. Bunji helped usher in what many call the Raga Soca era, where dancehall's rough edge met soca's exuberance. This blend brought a new dimension to Carnival, appealing to younger audiences and expanding soca's reach. His fearless experimentation paved the way for artists to push boundaries, fusing soca with EDM, Afrobeat, hip-hop, and beyond. Bunji's versatility has also led to collaborations that might have seemed impossible years ago. From Major Lazer to Diplo to a Hap Ferg, Bunji has shown that salsa can hold its own on the world stage. These partnerships didn't just bring him new fans, they brought new respect for soca as a genre capable of innovation and relevance far beyond the Caribbean. But perhaps what makes Bunji truly special is his connection with the people. When Bunji takes the stage during Carnival, there's no barrier between him and the crowd. He becomes one with the masses, feeding off their energy, giving it back tenfold. His performances aren't polished, packaged spectacles. They're raw, real, and communal. Whether he's belting out a power soca hit or spitting an impromptu freestyle, you can feel his authenticity. He lives for that moment when the music, the people, and the spirit of Carnival merge into one unstoppable force. Of course, like any artist who's dared to be different, Bunji has faced his share of challenges. He's battled industry politics, navigated the complexities of fame, and dealt with the constant pressure to top his last hit. But through it all, he's remained true to his vision. He's never chased trends. Instead, he set them. Today, Bunji Garlin stands not just as a soca icon, but as a cultural ambassador. His music has played in stadiums, clubs, and festivals around the world, from Brooklyn's Labor Day Parade to London's Notting Hill Carnival. Wherever there's a celebration of Caribbean culture, chances are you'll hear Bunji's voice in the mix. And yet, if you were to ask him, Bunji would probably say the journey's far from over. He continues to write, to record, to perform, with the same fire that drove him as a teenager battling in freestyle competitions on the streets of Trinidad. He remains passionate about pushing soca forward, about mentoring young artists, about keeping the flame of Caribbean music burning bright. So the next time you hear that unmistakable voice over a booming rhythm, the next time you see a crowd lose itself in the euphoria of a Bunji Garlin performance, remember, you're witnessing more than just a concert. You're witnessing the story of a man who took the heartbeat of his island, amplified it, and sent it out into the world. Bunji Garlin isn't just ready for the road. He is the road that connects the past to the future, the local to the global, the personal to the universal. And as long as there's a crowd to move and a flag to wave, Bunji will be there, firemen at the ready, setting the world alight.